Hello, Lake Elsinore. Just wanted to show you something. In the 70s and 80s, around Lake Elsinore, probably up to 85, maybe in the 90s, this is how our sidewalks looked in Lake Elsinore. See all the weeds growing up there? Now in the 70s here on the lake, I guess people had their drunk driving tickets, whatever. They'd work them off along the lake, cleaning up the dead fish and the trash. Yep. That's what they ought to do with these guys shoplifting, stealing out of Lowe's, Walmart, the jewelry stores. Get them out here, start chopping this stuff down. Yeah, clean it up. Maybe they'll learn how to work. Put them out and they'll sweat their ass off. That's funny. They got a sidewalk right there, and it stops right there. They could have. It wouldn't hurt them continuing all the way down, but they didn't. You used to be able to park your cars, motorhome, right here on the lake. But one year, a little pickup truck, it was a Toyota stick shift. They had it parked the front end facing Lakeshore Drive, and the kids were in it, and they were playing around. I guess they bumped the gear shifter and knocked it in neutral, and it rolled in the lake, and 2 little kids drowned. Yeah, the parents went to jail for that one. Yeah. You think the airport's nice now, but I liked it better in the 70s because they had a lot more airplanes. Yeah. Just walk around there, look at all the airplanes and all that. And where they build all that commercial buildings for the businesses there, you know. There used to be a field, people would come out there and they'd park their camper and motorhomes right there and stay the weekend. And now they got no place for those people to park. Yeah, you go over by the airport, the entire curb is red. People parking there. My friend says he don't know if that is a legal no parking thing or not, because he says the paint don't look right. Like somebody else did their own thing, put no parking there. Maybe they did that for the airport. People that skydive. Yeah, Elsinore Skydiver Airport, it used to be really nice. A lot more gliders would be towed out of there back then. Not many of these days. And these people fishing. Actually, all they gotta do is hold a net above the water because the fish are trying to jump out of the lake to get air. They jump right in that net. Now the city goes around giving people, the fire department around gave people tickets for weeds and stuff like that. A friend of mine, he had an awning, I guess because of the wind and stuff, and dirt built up over the years. The weeds started growing in the awning. They gave him a ticket for that. But you drive around Elsinore downtown, on the side streets, you'll see alleys. The city's not maintaining, cutting the weeds down in those alleys. You know, do you think that'd be city property, whatever? Or county? How come they're not doing that? Oh no, they go after the people, they make money off them. Yeah. Give you so many days to clean it up, or they'll clean it up and fine you for it. Make you pay for all that. I think a friend of mine one time, he got hit up on the Ortega, and he was a bitchin'. Yep. Yeah, there's the Ortega mountain there. All that mountain burnt down, and people lost homes, or they lost fences, whatever, and lawyers came in and they filed a lawsuit against Orange County. Yep. Because they were doing construction work back there in the hills, and moving rocks around, it caused a spark and set the brush on fire. Yeah, I think they moved that old pump out there a little bit further, deeper into the lake. I think it used to be closer to shore. Yeah, they should move around. It's nicer to get here earlier than this in the morning. Maybe around 7 and start fishing while the lake is calm. Yeah, I wish they put more trees up. Yeah, over here, I'll show you. Yeah, up over there. A lot of those houses weren't there. Used to be a bunch of trees right there. I think around 1985 they cut them all down. I'd rather look at the trees and see a house every 8 feet apart from each other. I think in 1985 they cut the trees down. But they, you know, if they're gonna cut a tree down, at least they can do plant a few pine trees. Type of tree it sucks in the pollution and give off oxygen. Alright, anyhow, thank you for watching.